employer.
All right. Good morning, Faribault. I am Royal Ross with G&H Properties, and we are located at Jana's Marketplace today for the Faribault Coaches Show. Got my sidekick here, Tom Spooner, because Gordy is still a little bit under the weather, so we're still waiting for him to make his superhero return. So, Tom, how you doing today?
Good, real good. I'm back after a little week hiatus myself. Off to watch the little grandson's hockey. Excited to be back with you, Ron.
Good deal. Well, thank you. I appreciate the listeners out there because we are certainly the B, C, or D team without Gordy, our main man. But we're lumping it through here. So
yeah, we'll survive.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. So, Jana's Marketplace today, I am thinking classic traditional breakfast today. A couple of eggs, some toast, hash browns, and then either bacon or sausage or maybe even both.
Oh, I got to go with my favorite French toast this morning when we're done here.
Yeah.
French toast with a little bacon on the side.
That's all right. That's pretty good stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Come on down here to Jana's Marketplace. Get a hot meal and eat it while you're here. You always say you can get a cheeseburger at 9 in the morning, or you can get eggs and bacon at noon. So whatever you'd like, come on down. They've got it. And then grab a meal to go. They have great pre-portioned meals. They make them right here in-house, so they're all fresh and healthy. Take them home, throw them in the microwave for 2-3 minutes, whether you're at home, the office place, wherever, and it's a great, easy meal. So come on down, folks. So, Tom, we are in, like, the black hole of high school sports right now.
Yes, we are. We're going to struggle today.
Yeah, almost everything is done, and the new stuff hasn't started.
That's correct.
But we'll start out a little bit with Faribault boys basketball, because they are probably almost the only Faribault team that's still in contention.
That's about it, I think,
and
for sports.
Yep, so number 4 Faribault beat number 5 Austin in the section first round. So, you know, they win a close match. It was 57-55, close game, 57-55. Austin has a last-second three-point shot that just doesn't go in. It was, from what I understand, it was pretty wide open, and the guy could have made it, but he missed it. So Falcons advance, and you know what their reward is? Their reward is number 1 Stewartville tonight at Stewartville.
7 p.m. This is yeah. If you're looking for some basketball, travel to Stewartville.
Yeah, go to Stewartville and see our number 4 Faribault Falcons take on the number 1 and I believe undefeated Stewartville team. So tonight, 7 o'clock in Stewartville.
Good luck to the boys.
Yep, absolutely. Going to wrap up just a little bit, a couple items from last week. Swimming and diving, I mentioned last week, 5 of the Falcons did go to the Class 1A state meet. Freshman diver Asher Ferris went in diving, and then in the 200-meter freestyle relay, Elliot Dashner, who was a sophomore, James Hoisington, sophomore, Finn Larson, junior, Declan Chappie, junior. Although I think I might have mixed that up. I think Declan may be a senior. But so they had a great experience going to state, and always congratulate Charlie Fuller, the head coach of the swim and dive team for many, many years. Always congratulate him and his team when they get a few guys to state. That's
good to see some young men getting a chance to go to state. It always helps out team morale.
Absolutely. And then wrestling is pretty much over now too, at least for our local wrestlers here. As I mentioned last week, we had 4 wrestlers go to a state tournament in individuals. Chase Vargo's a junior, and then we had seniors J.T. Housen, Isaac Yetzer, and Elliot Wieland. Talked to a few of those guys over the course of the year here in our Faribault Coaches Show. Yetzer did win the opening round match, but then he was again rewarded by taking a number 1 ranked Landon Robidow from St. Michael, Albertville. And get this, Mr. Yetzer lost in the second round of the state tournament 30-15. Now, I'm pretty sure that this guy ranked number 1 is undefeated. 30-15, folks, is a high-scoring wrestling match. I mean, if you turn on the Big Ten Network and watch a college match sometime, your college matches are going to be 3-2, 4-2, 3-1. I mean, they're going to be incredibly low-scoring. So high school match 30-15. That's a heck of a
that's
score. I
impressive.
mean, I have a feeling there is a lot of takedowns and reversals there. You know, and probably the reversals were probably on purpose. But so anyway, good job to those guys. You know, but all hope is not lost, Tom. Do you have any other current high school sports events or activities or anything before we get into the
the
spring
local
stuff?
level or at the state level?
Local, state,
Well,
national, I don't care.
My favorite sport, of course, which I'm in tune to, is high school hockey. If you're a hockey fan in the state of Minnesota, this is the premier event of high school sports right here. You have Indiana basketball, Texas football, and Minnesota State high school hockey. They
All right.
actually fill the XL Energy Center to capacity yesterday, and today it will be packed. We got two big time in Class A at noon today, St. Cloud Cathedral in Hermantown.
Okay.
Two of the heavyweights in Class A. That should be a really good game. And then, of course, tonight the nightcap is going to be Chanhassen and Edina for the title in double.
Now, which one of those was it? Edina that beat the number one team and previously undefeated?
No, that was Chanhassen. Chanhassen beat
okay.
Minnetonka
Okay.
in the section finals.
And now they're in the finals?
And now they're in the finals against
Wow.
Edina.
Jeez.
So-
Who are you going to cheer for? I mean, you going to cheer for the
I'm cheering
the
for
Davids?
Chanhassen.
Yeah,
You bet.
yeah,
It's their first time ever at the state tournament. Edina's been there so many times. Plus, Edina beat my hometown, Grand Rapids. last
Oh,
night.
well, then down with them, huh?
So I'm done with them. So
Yeah. All right. Well, Chanhassen there are going to be the Davids
Yeah,
in
and
this
then
tournament. I mean,
back to
taking down the big
Class A.
Goliath.
Back to Class A, it's actually a consolation round starting just in a little bit at Aldridge Arena out in Maplewood. Going to be Northfield versus Orono.
All right.
Okay,
Is this
so-
boys hockey? or-
Boys hockey.
Okay.
Boys hockey.
Okay,
So-
good.
A little kind of local angle there.
Yeah.
They lost their first round match, but are in the consolation championship. So, congratulations to them.
Yep. And this is boys hockey. Is girls hockey
Girls
completely
hockey
done?
is all done 2 weeks ago.
How did the Northfield team do?
They
Is it-
lost.
They were very
Yeah.
strong all
They were
year.
strong, but then they lost.
Okay.
Yep.
How far did they get? Do you remember?
I believe they lost. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they had a heck of a season, and I know they
Yes,
were
they
the
did.
last undefeated team, so they were doing very well throughout almost all of the season. So congratulations to them. But now spring activities here. We got let's be that glasses half full people, the optimist people here. Upcoming spring sports now: baseball, boys and girls golf, girls softball, boys tennis, boys and girls track and field. So we will definitely be having some sports to talk about here in the upcoming weeks. But unfortunately, those sports are just in the practice phase now, and then they'll be moving into, competition. I know tennis starts right on April 2nd. I think the boys tennis team has a early match at Waseca on April 2nd. So that's not too far around the corner there. That's a few days. So we wish the boys tennis, and I'll do my best to get Coach Jeff Anderson out here. Coach of the year for both boys and girls in the Big Nine, and he's been putting in. Boy, I bet he's got to be approaching almost 10 years
Really?
of coaching. Maybe not that long, maybe about 7, but he's way up there in the coaching the local tennis team. So we definitely appreciate Jeff Anderson there. The first track and field event I found is March 23rd.
Yes.
Boy, but it might be indoors. I'm not sure, because both boys and girls, they go to an invite at University of Wisconsin Superior. So it might be indoors.
Probably indoors.
It might be indoors at Wisconsin Superior. So good luck to our boys and girls track and field teams on March 23rd, Superior, Wisconsin. And then, we've got some good activities coming up, though, that are not sports related. April 18th through the 21st, we've got a high school play at the Faribault High School. So you can check that out. 4 different days, different times, afternoon, evenings, whatever. But April 18th, and I'll try to have more information on that play in the next coming weeks and tell you what it's about. May 13th, high school band concert. I assume that's their year-end high school band concert. May 20th, the high school choir concert. So we got a lot of things coming up. But the big thing that's coming up in activities that are not sports related, but just activities for high school, the Big 9 Music Fest is coming up on May 3rd. Faribault is hosting it. Which is a very, very big deal, especially this year, because this year it is the 90th Big 9 Music Festival. Faribault hosts it this year on May 3rd, so if you want to see, or excuse me, if you want to hear some good music and some good entertainment, plan on May 3rd right here in Faribault. The grand finale concert is at 7:30 p.m. on May 3rd, and it's in Faribault's Nomeland Gym. So there is a small cost to it, but it is open to the public, and I would definitely encourage everybody to go down there for the grand finale concert of the Big 9 Music Festival, because that's a big deal. 90 consecutive years. It's the longest running such music festival in the nation.
Wow.
So a little feather in the cap for those guys.
You bet.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. But I know, and folks, we're just talking high school related sports and activities right now, but there's a lot of other things out there that are just affiliates maybe to the high school. You know, we brought in boxing a few weeks ago and talked to them, and they're probably still going on. And there's other activities, other sports. Pool is still going on, the pool league. We brought in a young guy about a month ago, talked about pool league. So there are other events and other activities, sports and stuff going on. We just haven't quite. We're just not dialed into them yet. We gotta find those kids and coaches and competitors to come out and tell us about their season, tell us about their sport and activity and what they do.
You should touch on Spike Fest right now.
Yes,
it'd be a good opportunity to talk about ancillary sports that are out there in the community.
And
Spike Fest is a great fundraiser, and your friends are really connected with it, so I'll let you kind of give the details.
All right, yes. Spike Fest is a charity volleyball tournament held in Faribault every year. It's today and tomorrow. They have so many teams, they have to use both the Faribault Armory out by the airport and the community center. They got courts at both places. I think they have 18 teams in both days. So great turnout. The reason we're talking about it, though, is the most important thing. And that is, like I said, it's a nonprofit or a charity event. And the proceeds go to the Tommy Allen Scholarship Fund, which is a great local fund to have. And it helps people, helps families pick up the cost of a football fee or a track and field fee, a baseball fee, you know, whatever. All these sports do cost money for their participation, and the Tommy Allen Scholarship Fund just offers some scholarships so that families don't have to say, no son or no daughter, I'm sorry you can't play that because we just can't afford it. This way it helps everybody afford it and get in the game, so to speak. It's
a fantastic event to help offset the cost for some of the families out there in the community. It's just the Tommy Allen Scholarship Fund is just a wonderful local scholarship fund here in town.
Yep, I believe Chris Willock started it. He still runs it. He's working his butt off today, so thank you to Chris Willock. Mike Jarvis, who I had in here a couple weeks ago to talk about the event, also does a lot of volunteering for it. And Chris really has some great friends that are out there. They were out there last night sweeping the floor, setting up courts and everything last night. So good to the local friends group here that goes out and helps Chris and Mike with that.
Congratulations to them.
Yep, absolutely. So, any particular sport you're interested this spring, or?
Well, there's a lot of them. You know, on the national level, we're 3 weeks away from opening day in baseball.
Yes.
This is my time of year. The high school sports are winding down. Spring training's gearing up. We got 3 weeks to go before they come north, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of team the Twins are putting together this year.
Yeah, it will be. I'm not a baseball purist or anything. I mean, I watch probably more Twins games on TV than most people do, but I'm not a real purist. I don't follow trade by trade and
I know that, but Royal, I watch you, and I see you all the time with the Twins on your phone.
Yes, I do.
And every chance you get, you're watching the Twins.
I watch. Yeah, I've been out of 160 some games. I probably watch at least part of 130 of them.
Absolutely.
But like I said, I'm not a statistical guy, that says, if we could just get this pitcher and if we could get this third baseman, we'd be set. I just enjoy watching them because they're a local team. Same thing with the Timberwolves.
Yes.
Timberwolves all season long have been one of the top 1, 2, maybe 3 teams. I think they're second in the West right now.
Correct.
So, hey, if the Twins can carry on the Timberwolves' success, we'll just flow right into Viking season.
Oh, you football guys, you just can't wait for that.
We need to get this baby on a roll here. We got the Timberwolves on a roll. Now we get the Twins continuing it, and then we'll just go right into Vikings. We just got
done with the Viking season and the Super Bowl not even 2 months ago. Let's take some time to breathe and enjoy the other sports out there.
Yeah, I know. But a guy can dream about the Vikings.
You got the draft coming up here next month. You got free agency. You got all that stuff, boy.
Yeah.
The NFL's got it going on all year long.
And now we've got the USFL or XFL or combined the UXSL, whatever they are. They joined together, but I don't think I've ever really watched much of one of their games. As much of a football fan as I am, I don't think I've ever watched much of the USFL.
I have not.
If that's what it's still called.
It's time to move on to something else. I watch enough football from September 1st till early February. So I like my other sports.
So do you follow baseball quite a bit, the Twins?
I'm like you. I don't know trade by trade or everybody who's batting in the 4-hole versus this, that on a day-to-day basis. But I'm like you. I pay attention to them every day.
Yeah. And win or lose, I'm still going to watch them. I don't care. They've been pretty competitive the last few years, which is nice. But I'm going to watch them whether they win or lose, just like my beloved Vikings and everything else. I'll watch them regardless.
And the first time in a long time you mentioned the Timberwolves, it sounds like they might be a little competitive in the playoffs.
God, so, we can hope so. We can hope so. They, I think they lost last night, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, they lost in overtime last night at Cleveland. It was in Cleveland, so not real surprising. Cleveland's a top 5 team in the Western Conference.
Took a little hit this week with Karl Anthony Towns having some minor knee surgery. He'll be out for, they say, close to a month, but let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope we get him back for the playoffs.
Yeah, no kidding. That's a big deal, Karl Anthony Towns on the Timberwolves there. We definitely want him around for playoffs. But they've got a lot of other good teams. But I think baseball is the one sport that I'm really looking forward to. I'm a big tennis fan, so tennis goes without saying for me, because I like the tennis. But we got some really good spectator sports, the baseball, girls softball. So we can get out there and watch a little sports this spring.
I have noticed also that I haven't heard anything on social media from our Faribault Lakers, but other towns around and teams around are putting out their schedule and starting to publicize the season coming up. So it won't be long that you and I both enjoy a good game at Belfield.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sure Coach Charlie will be back.
Yeah.
And getting those Lakers in gear and going. So, yeah, I like going out to Belfield and watching them. I mean, it's like $3 to get in. Yeah. They don't gouge you on the pop or the hot dogs, hamburgers, or the beer. It's all reasonably priced. Great, affordable entertainment in the summer.
Atmosphere. Yeah. The other thing, Royal, is we talk about high school sports kicking in the springtime and track meets. Last year at this time, we still had snow on the ground.
Probably a lot of it, if I remember. Last year was a brutal winter.
Terrible. And now this year, we're headed back into the high 60s again on Monday, and I'm sure that the captain's practices for these spring sports are in high gear, and they're doing some really good training outdoors. For
I bet they are too. I completely agree. Haven't talked to the coaches or anything yet for the spring sports, but they got to be enjoying this early opportunity to get outside.
They're not fighting for gymnasium time with other sports.
No, not right now. Not right now. They might be out there running up that hill right right behind Faribault High School, getting shape or
Absolutely,
something.
all training.
But at least they're outside.
Yeah.
So, and then the track and field. I like track and field. I mean, it's difficult to watch unless you know a lot of kids. If you know a lot of the competitors, then it's fine because there's always 2, 3, 4 events going on. But you got to have binoculars to see most of them, and you got to know the participants because you might be interested in somebody high jumping over here, and you have a relay team running, and you got to pay attention to that. So the good thing about track and field, there's a lot of action, a lot of activity. But at the same time, if you don't know them and you don't know who you're looking at, it can be a kind of a slow day.
The nice thing about nice thing about it is the fact that it is a team sport. There is a team points at the end of the day, but the individual participants can excel in their sports.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the team may not win, but they may have a good day.
Yeah. Well, and that's the same way it is in wrestling, just about pick a sport. Swimming and diving, you have a team aspect of it, but then you also have individual results too.
Correct.
And a lot of high school sports are like that, where they have at the end of the year both year-end competition. Usually it's a state tournament competition for both teams and individuals, and I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. But that's my favorite thing, though. I think I'm looking forward to the tennis and the baseball. Girls softball has a good history here in town, so that should be fun to go see them this year. So there's a lot of good stuff going on, and you see a lot of the same athletes too. We have a lot of multi-sport athletes that are around the Faribault area.
Yeah, we do. We had a couple girls in here 2 weeks ago, my last time here, that they were both volleyball, basketball, and now one of them's going out for softball this spring.
Yeah,
it just goes to show you how kids are really involved with sports.
Yeah, we should get her in here to talk a little bit about her softball and see if it's started yet.
They're both employees here at Janos Market, and they're working hard out there this morning.
Yeah, I can't see her right now, but we might have to try to get her. If she wanders back too close to the microphone here, we're going to shove it in her face and ask her how
see how she's doing.
Yeah.
She said she never played softball.
No, never played softball before. She's a senior, and she's just going out with a team for the right reason, because of my friends.
Because of her friends.
Yeah, it's like, cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Makes me kind of want to go watch a game.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But, well, folks, we really appreciate you tuning in here every Saturday. We try to bring you some information about local high school sports. Well, let's just call it local youth sports and activities. And again, I can't stress the term activities enough, because we want to talk to those people that are in robotics or in theater or dance. We want to talk to all of you. DECA. We've talked to DECA before. So speech, we brought them out. So come on out, folks. Send your sons, daughters, grandkids, niece, nephew, kid next door, whatever, somebody twice removed. We don't care. If they have an activity and their youth in our Faribault area, send them out here. We would love to talk to them and find out about their activity and give them a little publicity and let them brag a little bit.
Even if they're at the grade school level. Let's get them in here. Let's talk to the little kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm still hoping we can get a couple members of the Green Machine out here from the youth wrestling. Haven't arranged that yet. I'm working on it. And then I'm going to try to get some swimmers and divers out here next week, too. I'd like to talk to them. I don't think it's been a long time since we've talked to the swimming and diving team. But we have talked to them before. I know Gordy and I have. But, God, I've been doing this for like 12 years, I think. So
have you really?
I've been doing it for a long time. And
Gordy, quite a run.
Well, I started it when I was the coach of the Faribault High School bowling team.
Yeah.
And Jerry Kess from the bowling alley, he was a sponsor of it, but he didn't want to be on the radio.
Oh, really?
So he made me be on the radio every Saturday morning for his sponsorship. So, yeah, I've been doing it. And I coached the team for 6 years, and I think I probably did it all 6 of those years. And the last time I coached was 2013. No, actually 2012. So that was 12 years ago.
That was 12 years ago.
So
yeah.
I bet it's been 15 years that I've been on this program. So I really enjoy it. I probably bore the crap out of people out there in radio land, but
We do have listeners. People come up to me on the street and say, "Well, you did a great job on the show." So I know people are listening.
yeah. And do they walk away snickering? That's what they do to me.
Yeah, maybe.
They come up and say, "God, you did a great job on the show on Saturday morning." And then they walk away snickering and have their hand up to their faces. So I'm like, well, what's that all about? But we do love to talk about the high school youth and give them their props and brag about it a little bit.
Absolutely. They deserve it.
Every community needs to do that. So I'm going to get in a little bit of an early plug for G&H Property Management. I sometimes get cut off at the end here because, I'm just a sharing and caring and giving guy, So sometimes I miss promoting my own company and myself. But yes, Royal Ross, licensed realtor, homeowner association manager with G&H Properties located in beautiful downtown Faribault. We have a very well-rounded full-service real estate company where we manage residential rentals for investors through our property management division. I already mentioned the association management. I personally manage townhome associations, condo associations. Got a call this week from somebody in Rochester that wants to talk to us about managing their townhome association over in Rochester, and we are picking up another one in April 1st in Farmington. So we're definitely growing in that capacity. I know we've grown in the property management side of life, which is the residential rentals. We've also taken on the management of storage units. Those little storage units, multi-size things. We manage, I think we manage close to 1,000 of them now.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, we're doing that. And then, of course, we also have our sales division where we help people lease, buy homes and commercial properties. We have our own little specialties in life. I am a licensed realtor. I work a little bit on both sides of the residential real estate market and the commercial real estate market for both sales and leasing and commercial, and then sales of the residential home. So if you're out there and you need help or advice or just want to talk real estate, give us a call down at G&H Properties, 334-3499. That's in the 507 area code, of course. So 334-3499. Located in beautiful downtown Faribault, right across the street from the post office in the Depot Square building, which is a yellow brick building on the corner. So that is pretty much it. Tom, any wise words of wisdom before we
No, that's
sign
about
off for
it.
today?
Going to be a good full day of sports. Nice day outside, so enjoy the day.
Yeah. I think we got a big pro golf tournament going on this.
Yes, we do. The Arnold Palmer Invitation.
Yeah. So
And just a quick plug for the Big Ten Women's Basketball Championship in Minneapolis.
yes,
Caitlin Clark. So,
wow, she is she's amazing.
yep, she's going up against Michigan tonight.
Her
so.
stats are just simply amazing. She goes up against Michigan tonight.
Michigan, Iowa versus Michigan.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, I've been under a rock or something. Caitlin Clark from Iowa, she has set the record for the most points ever scored in NCAA basketball, men or women. She passed Pistol Pete Maravich. Yeah, Pistol Pete Maravich passed him within about the last week or so. So great basketball player.
Incredible.
Just a couple hundred miles south of here, but she's going to be in Minneapolis tonight, like Tom said.
Yep.
Target Center
tonight. Semifinal games this afternoon and tonight and tomorrow. Championship.
Nice. So you won't run out of things to do and watch. Have a good week, everybody.
All the